I'm actually bringing in a consistent amount of money, although it's small, humble beginnings. Hey guys, my name is Nichole, and in this corner of YouTube, I am documenting my monetization journey, and I'm also sharing things that I'm learning along the way while I'm growing not one, but 2 channels here on YouTube. And today we are diving into my creator income for January and February. I was supposed to do 2 separate ones already because we are definitely in March, but of course, life. So here we are. So we're gonna talk about what I made, where it came from, and how this is helping me towards my side hustle goals. So something I wanted to do this year to switch it up is to separate the analytics and the income. So I've already recorded the analytics for January and February. That video went up before this. So if you have not seen that video, I will link it down below. But what I wanted to do was separate these because I felt like the videos were getting a little bit too long, and now I'm actually bringing in a consistent amount of money. Although it's small, humble beginnings, I am bringing a consistent amount of money in, and I have a goal for the year. So by December, I want to make a consistent $500 a month as a side hustle income. And so I kind of want to track it, see how I'm doing this year, because realistically, if I can get that, that will supplement a small portion, but a portion of my income as a teacher and a position that I want to kind of step back from in the future. So it is a goal of mine to make this side hustle money to supplement that. And honestly, I could go out and get a job and supplement that money, but that means more time outside of my home, more time that I'm having to dedicate away from my son. And I can do these videos like right now while he's napping, or, you know, in the evening when he's sleeping, and that doesn't take any time away from my duties to him. And then vlogging also doesn't take away time because I'm literally just sharing our lives and what we're doing. So yeah, that is my goal, and that is why I want to track this. And then I kind of just want to share what small creators are making and like the progression, because it's not something you really see. You see most people talking about AdSense and they have like made it in life, right? Like they get that $1,000 to $5,000 a month with AdSense, and that's like where you see them. You don't see the starting point. So I wanted to kind of share that and share my journey and show you what I'm making. I did do like a overall what I made for 2024 as well as 2025. I'll also link those videos for you all if you want to see like what I made, because I did make more in 2025, significantly more than I did in 2024. And so that's why this year I want to track that and see where we're at. Okay, so if you see me looking down, I have my iPad here. I have my spreadsheet. So I use a spreadsheet from Code Plenty. In the past, if you've watched my videos, you know that I kind of made my own spreadsheet and it tracked it. However, I couldn't figure out all of the functions and like tallying it up. So I was doing a lot of things manually, and I use Code Plenty for my personal finances. And so I decided, if I have that link, if I already have it, why not use it for the business side of my finances as well? So yeah, I have my spreadsheet. I will link it. It's not an affiliate link, but I will link it. There are some creators that I do know have codes, so I would definitely look for a code. And then once you have it, you have it. So that's the beauty of it. And like you just re-download it each year. So if you did not watch my 2025 income report, I did roll over $900. So what happened in the past is I had never actually paid myself out from any of the side hustle money that I was making. I decided to just leave it there and let it cover any expenses that came from making videos like my Epidemic Sound or Canva or things like that. And so this year I decided to start paying myself, even if it's little amounts, because I've made that money and it's just sitting there. And so I deserve to put it into my personal funds. So I started the year with $926.42 to roll over into January. And in January, I made a total of $105 for the month of January. So that money actually came from affiliate marketing. I didn't make any monies with Amazon influencer or Amazon associates, no AdSense money, anything like that. And the thing with Amazon associates and affiliates is that they pay you out like 2 months later. So any money that I was supposed to make in January technically would have came from November, and I didn't make enough for the threshold. I think it's like $25 So I didn't make enough to be paid out this month. So looking at this, you see I have my income, I have my bills, which is my personal income, I have subscriptions and memberships, and then I have just regular expenses like equipment and things like that. So I have TubeBuddy, ChatGPT, Canva, Apple Storage, and Epidemic Sound. Epidemic Sound is one payment that comes out once a year. TubeBuddy also is something that comes out once a year. I don't think I'm going to renew it when it's done. So those are things that are already paid for, but I decided to put money aside each month so that when that lump sum comes out, I have already saved that money. ChatGPT, Canva, and Apple Storage come out every month. So you can see with savings, I am saving money. It's like a sinking fund for Epidemic Sound, like a rainy day fund, and then taxes. So when I did my taxes this year, it's also the first time that I took my spreadsheet from 2025 and shared that with them and like, this is the money I made on the side. Now, again, I didn't make like a whole lot of money, so I didn't have to pay a whole lot into taxes. But that is something huge because the year before I made like $300 and I didn't claim that on my taxes. So total expenses for subscriptions and memberships was $38.69. I also bought a new light that was $26.93. And at this point, I hadn't paid myself out yet. I hadn't figured out how I wanted to do that. So into the next month rolled over $754.75. And so I couldn't really decide how I wanted to pay myself. I was like, do I pay myself once a month, one lump sum? And I'm still trying to kind of figure that out. But when we got to February, I noticed that that chunk of money was still sitting there and everything that I needed for the month was covered. So I decided to finally pay myself. All right, so that leads us into February. In February, like I said, I had that money roll over. I made a total of $178.90. I had $150 from affiliate marketing. Amazon influencers, I made $28.90, and then I didn't make anything from associates or any AdSense money at this point. I still had my same subscriptions and memberships. I did not purchase any equipment. I moved money over to my sinking funds for taxes, Epidemic Sound, and rainy day. So I moved over a total of $369. And then this is when I finally figured, you know what, I'm gonna pay myself what's left. I paid into my subscriptions and memberships, I paid into my savings, and then I paid myself out $450. So I originally paid myself $350, and then when my affiliate marketing came in, I put money aside for taxes, and then I paid myself $100, which totaled to $450. And then whatever was left after that, I just let it roll over into March, which is where we are now. So I'm going to continue tracking that and give you all an update at the end of March. So what I noticed is I'm making between $100 and $150 a month consistently from affiliate marketing. And with affiliate marketing, I am a part of like a private affiliate marketing group that reached out to me personally with the code. And then I have LTK. I was accepted to like the Sephora influencer side, which I haven't set that one up all the way. That's like one of my summer goals when I'm out of work. Of course, things like Epidemic Sound, TubeBuddy, like I have a variety and I just lump them all together because I don't want to like share specific information if that's something I can't do. I know I can share Amazon and that is separate, and I just kind of like looking at that separately. In my tracker though, I do state like where the money came from if I am adding money in. With this spreadsheet, and I've like sent a message to like the company, you can't track individual income like you can track individual expenses and like it tally it up for you. You have to add it yourself. So I just make a personal note of like where the money came from so that I can see how well I'm doing. And I like doing this just like any corporation or any business. You want to track your finances so that you know like what's bringing in money, what's working, what do I need to double down on, and what I don't like, what's not working, so I don't waste my time. So things that actually worked is that certain products that I mentioned that I use frequently, certain videos that are working on my main channel, that money is like the consistent chunk of money that I can rely on. I mention them, you know, in my vlogs. I share codes in every vlog. I make sure I'm responding to comments when people ask me about products and letting them know. In my vlogs, I'm like, don't forget to check the description, or I have little blurbs popped up, which I've talked about this in an affiliate marketing video that I will link if you are interested in learning like how I am naturally just sharing and getting people to click on links. And I feel like I've built up trust with my core audience over there to where I've talked about it enough. I've shown it frequently. I'm using it in all of my vlogs. So it's not something I just like said one time and then like you never saw that product again. What hasn't worked or what has not been making me money is Amazon. And that's because I have not been posting over there as much as I used to. And when I post more, I make more. Like that's just what happens. I started posting through LTK instead of through Amazon, and that kind of brought down my Amazon sales, and I'm not making anything through LTK. So I think I'm going to not post as much for my LTK, or have my LTK links, have my Amazon links, because some people are not familiar with LTK or prefer not to shop through LTK. They prefer to go directly through Amazon. So having both of those links available like I used to, I think would help me more. And then honestly, I think I'm just overthinking it sometimes. Like I have things that I buy from Amazon literally all the time and I don't share them. I forget to share them. And the platform kind of changed because they used to have this feed where you like uploaded it almost like a reel over there and people could just go through the reels and shop the reels. They took that away and I found that to be like the easiest way to post videos. So it's like an extra step and I just forget the extra step. So I need to plan time once a week to just upload a few videos to Amazon so that I can keep the traction going over there, because people can shop straight from Amazon. Like I don't have to post my links on YouTube. It's literally people on Amazon shopping through Amazon. Like there's no work there. So like I said, my goal for December 2026 is to be consistently making $500 a month. And I think if I double down on what's working, fix what I notice is not working, that I can reach that goal. And I'm definitely going to keep tracking it here for you all. One thing that is new that I have shared on this channel is that YouTube shopping has opened up for my main channel, my natural niche channel, which is super exciting because that is when the images or the links or the items pop up in the middle of your video. Like it just pops up down at the bottom of the screen and people can shop from there if they want to. They don't have to go through your description and find links to things. Now, if I have codes for certain products, then that doesn't really help me because the people can't use the code. But things that I'm just naturally talking about in my videos, like I showed my son using his leapfrog game and I just popped up on the screen what it was, because I'm naturally curious. Like if I see something, I'm like, I wonder where they got that from. I like to be able to see it. Doesn't mean I'm going to buy it. I just want to know where you got it from because I'm nosy and maybe one day I want to buy it. And so I know who showed it to me and where to go back to. So that is something that opened up and I am excited to like track that and see how it goes. I recently turned it on, so I'm not sure if I'm going to see any kind of traction or any kind of like income coming from that within the first few months, but it's interesting to see like how it goes in the future. So yeah, I am excited about adding that layer into my income report come March and beyond. I am super excited about this journey for 2026 and where we are going. And I definitely would love to know where you all are at on this journey. I feel like we're like a little business community that kind of just shares and uplifts each other and like are pushing each other to our goals. So I definitely would love to know if you want to share like what's your favorite platform to make money, like how you make money. Are you making money through YouTube AdSense? Because we're not there yet. Like that is something that is not yet in my report. And I'm praying by the end of the year that I can add that additional layer, because I feel like all of these streams of income can total up to get me to my goal. And that would be beautiful. But yeah, I thank you so much for joining me today. If you are new and you enjoyed this video and you enjoy videos like this, please feel free to subscribe. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That way I know to keep making these types of videos, and I will see you all in the next video.